episode of Aftermath on the air. Got the lovely and talented Tiki Blue hanging out. I'm M-16. Tiki, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, and we're going to be doing even better because we're going to be talking to great artist Hershe Da Lyricist out of Houston, Texas, out there representing hip-hop for the ladies out there in Houston. How you feeling about talking to Hershe?
You know what? I'm actually really excited. From the moment you sent me her stuff and was just like, hey, check this out, I was like, you know what? I'm sold. So, and if anybody knows me, knows that I'm off the cuff. I don't do my research. I don't do any of the background stuff. I'll read something briefly and right before the interview, and whatever is discussed during the interview, that's where I formulate my questions. I like to have an organic conversation, but I just felt like this was a case where I needed to actually be fully prepared because I was just very interested in her story. I liked her music. I liked her look. Like, I just feel like she's going to be a dope artist and a dope interview. So I'm excited about this.
Well, let's not wait any longer. Let's bring her in and let's talk to her.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
And I have not cooked that shit well done, and it was excellent.
Let me just put it to you like this here. Somebody, I go out somewhere and I order my stuff well done, and they come back and it's got a line of pink of it. The whole table may just get turned over. Cook it all the way.
No, you won't. You're going to have your wife in the back.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
We got another episode of the Aftermath on the air. Got hanging out with us straight from Houston. We got Hershe Da Lyricist hanging out with us. Hershe, what's going on? Thanks for making the time to come on the show today.
And thank you for having me. I'm really honored to be here. Really.
I'm excited to talk to you today.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. Because I had no idea what y'all gonna ask me. You already know I'm just gone. Yeah.
That's how we like it around here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just gonna start with the beginning as far as like you and this whole hip hop thing. So can you tell us about the moment when you fell in love with hip hop? Was it a song you heard? Was it a beat? Did a song remind you of something? Caught your attention?
Man, look here, JJ Fad. I was so
Supersonic.
right then and there. Supersonic. You already know because I was in love. I've always been in love with music because I grew up in a household where it was music. But when the hip hop era started and it got to be, a thing, I was like, man, I like this shit. But then I heard DJ Fad, and oh my God.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of JJ Fad, they are often overlooked and left out of the conversation on women in hip hop. Even though they're one of the founding women in hip hop, just like Salt and Pepper, just like Yo-Yo, just like, everybody else. How do you feel about that, being that they are one of the ones that really inspired you? How do you feel about them being left out of the conversation so often?
When you mention it, because you have a point. You're right. You rarely hear somebody actually mention JJ Fad unless they're a true fan. Or they really know about that era and about the impact that women were making in hip hop. And even now, it's like it's still the same, but in a way, it's like the indie artists and the industry. Because you have some dope female artists out here that are indie artists that knock some of the industry females out of there. And then when it comes to that, you just like, how easily is it to be forgotten, or overlooked, So yeah, they definitely get left out of that conversation. And I think they should have more being said about them because they really laid a dope foundation.
Is that something you've had to think about? Like, how do I make sure that I'm leaving my mark so that I'm not forgotten, I'm not left out the conversation. I do leave my mark on history.
That's why I'm still here. Because at this point, what I find myself dealing with a lot is age. I have no problem saying how old I am. I'm 46. You know what I'm saying?
All right, sister. All right.
But I get out here and I see myself and I'm like, that's how I know it is something that you deal with, especially me, because I remember that era where as female artists, selling sex wasn't our going point because it would actually get us overlooked. You know what I'm saying? So you had to really get out there and get in them circles at the school on that cafeteria table. You're the only female, most likely, amongst those dudes, and you had to really just put your all into it and let them know, say, I can hang in this thing too. And now you get to this era and it's like, wasting vocabulary words or something like, What am I doing wrong? But then I had to get to that point to realize I make classic music. It'll always be here. And I like the fact that if I do anything, I make sure that I be an influence to somebody else. Like my daughter, she picked it up, and I would have never thought that would have been my child that would have did it. She was running with it. So I feel like a lot of times when we think that dream is strictly for us and it's only set for us, we forget that we're setting a foundation. You might see it come to fruition through your child, through your grandchild, through another little girl that's watching you, because somebody's always watching you. So I had to get over that and be like, you know what, just do what you do. Make music. I don't care if it's a fistful of fans. They love me. And they coming for the ride, and that's all that matter right about.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like, I'm a new fan, and I am here with you because I agree. When you're over 40, you have a different mindset. You not still out here trying to have, and this is no shade because I love her to death. You ain't out here trying to have Megan needs. Like, we got a different.
Needs,
we ain't got them no more.
That's not happening. But that's why I made that transition and did something in the oven. Because the more that I started getting, I'd be like, yeah, she dope. But in the back chat room, I would hear, what they said something about your age. I'm like, I don't even look my age. What are you talking about? It's like telling Patti LaBelle she needs to sit her ass down. You can't tell Patti to do that, but I'm not here to try to confuse you and thinking I'm going to drop and give you 50. No, I'm not. You got about 15, maybe 10.
A strong 10.
You got a strong 10. But I know if you really think about where hip hop came from, if you want to go talent wise, I happen to know that I'm talented. I happen to know that I have something special when it comes to music. So, don't play on. So I was like, you know what? Let me go to a genre that doesn't put a shelf life on female artists. Men don't get that type of right. When it comes to they don't get that. They could be 50. Still rapping and this shit. He's still out there doing this thing, but she need to sit her whole ass down. For what? I'm out here killing you young hoes. What you talking about? I can hang with the best of them. So what are you talking about? So I was like, you know what? Let me try another genre where a shelf life does not exist and I can continue to do what I love, and that's make music in all genres for everybody. So it's a battle though.
I love it. I love it. 16, good. What you got?
Yeah, so, Hershe, just to jump off something you were saying about how, where you are in your career, things have changed. It's kind of leading me to what my next question was. So music has changed. It's evolved, over the years. So in learning about you, knowing that you were signed to a label that was local in Houston back in the late 90s, what was the biggest takeaway from the business side of that venture? And if you could go back and change something, whether it's good or bad, would you do
it? I get asked that. And I guess that's where your mindset has to be like, what do you really like to try to generalize as having success? Now, just because somebody doesn't know me, that doesn't take away from what I've done or the experiences that I've had. With DAL, I think the only thing that I regret is that, I wish I could have seen done differently, is if we really wouldn't have got screwed. You know what I'm saying? But as far as experience-wise, I loved it. I loved every second of it. I don't care. Yeah, we financially, we didn't walk away with riches. You know what I'm saying? And the talent was there. You got Endo, you got Taboo, we got Muhammad 2G for the producer. You got all of these artists. And it's just that we didn't have that, that's that true support and that true foundation that we needed. It was other things underlying that were interfering with really taking the business serious, because you got the artists. You have the ability to do it, but it was other things that were taking place. But walking away from that, a lot of people are like, well, maybe you just mad, you critique the female artists so much now because you didn't make it. No, you got Miss Houston right here, cliche. The difference between me and her, she had a real, true, she had everything that she needed. Everything, from the support, from the fam. I mean, everything that they needed that was structured right there to make sure that she catapulted, and the rest of that you see and all of that, we needed that and we didn't get it. So that's the only thing. But as far as everything we went through, I don't regret none of it. I enjoyed it because the experiences was people you meet, the ability to create. That was a lot for me, and that meant the world.
Yeah, and it's also, it helped build who you are. It helped get you to where you are today as not just an artist but a person as well. So it's a lesson, I guess you would say. All right. So we are talking to the talented Hershe Da Lyricist. All right, so you can stream her on all the major platforms. So Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you stream your music, you can find her. All right, search for her on YouTube, Hershe Da Lyricist. She got videos out there. She got In the H. All right, she got the newly dropped Something in the Oven. All right, and you can follow her on Instagram and Facebook at Hershe Da Lyricist. Tiki, you have something else for H-Town's on Hershe Da Lyricist?
Of course I do. Of course I do. So these video concepts, are you instrumental in making them? Like how does that work? Because I saw some of your videos, girl. I see you out there working it. You out there doing your thing.
Yeah, that's the mindset. I try to at least convey as much as I'm trying to get across so that they can relate to the song, because in this era they can't hear it if they can't see it. You know, so yeah, I'm instrumental in that a lot.
Okay, so what's your creative process? Tell me, you walking around, you like, oh, I just had a dope idea for a song, or like, what's that process for you?
It depends, because oh man, it's weird. You know, sometimes I listen to a track and then I have to cut it off. Now, if it just grabs it right then the music is gonna talk to me. It's gonna tell me what is fitting for that track. Now, being with Shadow Black and then us having a more personal relationship is different with the creating process with him, because I can hear him building the track and I'm like, oh, and then it just keeps on. I'm like, oh, okay. And then a lot of times that's how some songs have come across, because I'm right there in the process. But it's influential in a lot of ways, like No Choice. No Choice that's a true story. You know, so I figure that women that have been in a relationship like that, you know, I almost lost my life in Louisiana, you know, at the hands of somebody that, you know, dang, 6 years later, I'm finding out who you really are. And I know there are other women that can relate to that. So I hope that it's an inspirational point to where it can give them the same strength to go ahead and get up out of there by any means necessary. But I'm not here to judge you if it take you longer than it took me, you know.
Yeah.
So they have purpose, you know. So I just hope that it gets to the audience that I want it to get to, because they all have something behind it. Every last one.
Speaking of audience, I know on Love It Over Here you collab with Beans. Are there any other artists, female artists specifically, that you really want to collaborate with? You know, are you just like, yeah, we should just do this? Because women collabs are hot right now.
Yeah, they're really hot, but I'm gonna keep it 100. The ones that's up there, they can, baby, my money ain't long enough to be trying to pay, you know, $15,000 for no damn verse, and hey, they not worth, they don't need me. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to collaborations, I often collaborate with my daughter Beans. But as far as other women I would like to, I want to do a song with Nina Nicole. I want to do a song with Miss Houston Cliche. I want to do one with my homegirl.
Wait, Beans is your daughter?
Beans is my daughter.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Beans is my daughter. So that they grew up in the studio and stuff. So I didn't think she would be the one that would jump into it like she did. But when I heard, I was like, oh, baby, let's go. Yeah.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah. So I have a couple of female artists that I often be like, dang, the first one that I've ever collaborated with in my entire career was my girl Tabby Flame. And she did Let Me Tell You with me. And that was the first female I've ever collaborated with in my career. But sometimes it's catty and unnecessary, but I've met some beautiful females in the industry where I'm like, yeah, I think we can make some heat together.
I love it. I love it. See, 16, you do all this dirt digging, research, and all this stuff. You didn't give me those details.
Yeah, Beans is my daughter.
I can't give you everything.
She got to do her own homework.
Yeah, she got to do a little homework too, you know.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
What you got, 16?
And so, Hershe, you're somebody that performs often. So if anybody follows you on Instagram, they'll see that you got a show or something going on really often. And, you know, people talk about like routines and things they do to get into their zone. So what are some of the things you do to get ready to like perform? You know, do you still get nervous? Things like that. Like, what do you do to get yourself ready to go?
Man, I get hot. I smoke some good weed. Everybody that know me know that. But that's pretty much it, because you get to your little nervousness, but I guess not so much. You know, I just, hey, if I don't want to hear nothing for the rest, now during the day, I do have to get myself in that moment. But it's pretty much just, hey, get lit, relax. I don't want to hear nothing, no music. I don't want to hear nothing until it's time to get on that stage. That's it. And then you get up there and you go. And that's
Okay,
what
she said no practice run. I just want to go up there and do it, because I saw a performance from you where you just went up there, you grabbed the mic and you just went. It wasn't no hesitating. You just
you just go for me. Let's just go. Yeah, let's get this party started. Yeah. Now when the arena gets bigger, of course I'm gonna get the dancers. But right now, that's about it.
Okay.
All right.
Let me ask you something. Why Texas? Why Houston right now? Why is it y'all's time? It's been New York, it's been Atlanta, it's been LA. Why is it time for you guys?
It's just, shit. It's time. It's Texas way, goddamn, but that's just what time it is. And then there's so much talent that's here. I find that sometimes when I speak to other artists, I be like, it's kind of, strange that we don't really have that outside of Jay Prince. We don't have a real bigger major label because there's so many artists here. But it's enough of us out here to we got something to say. We talking to Texas and everybody. It's here. And I think that it's just, it's time. It's the season. It's the beginning of the season. This is a lot of dope artists here.
It is. And you are by no substandard, you are one of the dopest that I've heard come out of there in a long time. So
I was like, they want to interview who? I was like, you know who I am, how old I am. But I was very much so, man, like little moments that some people think is a little moment, it'd be the biggest moment for me. Because I was like, man, you do have those times where you just like discouraged at the point where you be like, God, dang, ain't nobody listening. And then bam, the radio show comes. Tiki Blue, she like, stay. Like, oh, okay, let's go. So yeah, I appreciate it for real.
We are in awe. I love it.
We had our eye on you. It just took a second to get it to come together, but we was watching. So just know that we was taking a look. It was out there. So again, we are talking to the talented Hershe Da Lyricist out of Houston. All right. So you can stream on all the major platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your music, you can find her. Search for her on YouTube, Hershe Da Lyricist. So she got videos out there. You can check her out. In the H, I forgot about Leather and Wood is out there, and something in the oven. And you can follow on Instagram at Hershe Da Lyricist. All right. So Hershe, you talked about the studio and everything. Was there ever a time when you were in the studio when you did a track and you was like, well, that was all right, and then other people heard and they was like, oh my God, this is like the best thing I ever heard? Has that ever happened before to you?
I haven't really honestly had a moment to where I'm like, it was all right. Now maybe it's a song that I'm just not feeling and I'm just like on it, and I'm like, and somebody would be like, this, I was like, you like that? Like, you really like that?
You like, really? This is it?
Really?
Like, okay.
Because like, take something in the oven, for instance. Now, by no means, I'm nobody's Beyonce. Barely can give you Betty. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that it was something I could do to make that track, come to life. And so sometimes when people hear it, they're like, I love something in love. I was like, that raspy voice, you like that? Like, you really? I'm like, that's so, like, wow. Okay. Okay. I'm like, wow. That's what's up. It's weird sometimes. I'm like, okay. Because the one song you think wouldn't be that song, you find out that that's the one that people are, grooving to. You like, but I did Dick Harry. Come on now. It's like, okay. All right.
I mean, but it's full circle to what you said at the top of the show. You're not Beyonce, you're not Megan, you're not all these other artists. You are you. So you have to find your niche. And whatever it may be, whatever weird one-off thing it may be, because everybody has something that's weird and a one-off. If that's what people gravitate towards and that's what gets you in the door, that's what gets you to the table and keeps you at the table, then hey, that's what we're rolling with.
Okay. It's like, shoot, hey, you got to get me. Because that's just me. That whole new age with the internet and posting it. No, I was like, I don't want nobody to know where I'm at. Why do I have to do that?
At all times.
Yeah. If you eat, it's like, I don't know. No. So it takes a lot sometimes. I'm like, oh, let me post something so I can stay alive to these folks. Because if you miss one day, you like 10 followers. Unfollow me. Oh my God. This is a relationship. I gotta stay consistent. Oh, excuse me for having a life. Damn.
Heaven forbid somebody unfollows you. It is the end of the earth.
And I block that ass when you do. Because this is a relationship. You leave me, you're not gonna keep running in and out of my life. You leave, you ain't got, I don't care about you not seeing no glow up. I do not care. You gonna get
She talking right. That's how we got together.
I love internet petty.
That's how we got together. And you just don't, you ain't DM me or nothing. You just don't. Oh, okay. Okay. Got the right one.
It's funny because the radio show on Hershe was flirting like, we'll like something, she'll like something, we'll like something. Like, okay, we got something going here.
Like I see a relationship building. Okay.
Yeah, all right. We getting somewhere,
It's consistent. I'm digging it.
Now we on the date now, so here we are.
Here we are.
We booed up now.
Okay.
Yep.
All booed up. Like bows. Yes, we together.
I love it.
Because if you don't leave me, I ain't going nowhere. I'm loyal. I'm gonna be here. I'm not going anywhere.
No, we
me,
good.
I'm gonna be hurt like a mother. I'm be like, oh, I don't want to block.
No, we are.
Oh no.
Let me. You know what? Since we're talking about this, let me ask you: would you rather the old school "Do you like me?" check yes or no box, or you want somebody to slide in your DM?
Just give me the "Do you like me?" check yes or no, so we can just get this over with. Because that DM is surprised. I'm like, you really did. I'm a screenshot. I'm gonna teach you something. Now I gotta post it. Look what you did. You don't do that. You know that's a no. You don't do that. I get some stuff. I be like, oh, that's the new pickup line. Ooh.
Just check yes or no and move on.
Yeah, let's just check yes or no. Slide me a letter. I'm slide it right back.
I love it.
There you go.
16, what you got?
So, all right, so Hershe, we got a few more here for you, and then we got a little game that we do with our guests here. So, do you see yourself like only being an artist, or are you looking to have your hands in more things? Like maybe you want to do movies, or maybe you want to mentor artists. Like where's the end game?
This is mine M-16 when it comes to that. Yeah, because my first love, it was poetry. I also have a book out called Rolling Stone on Amazon. It is available, written by Hershe Stevenson. I love to write. I love poetry. So outside of that, I would love to go into acting. Oh yes, the movies, I belong there. Mm-hmm. I do.
She's like, have you seen this face? She's like, have you seen this face? Yes, I belong there. Look at this.
I belong there. Forget the face. I've got all kind of characters living in my head. Let's go. I want to do it all. Yes, I want to open up I would like to open up something for children to be able to explore their creativity, where they delve into whether they want to do poetry or whether they want to do beats, because I know so many people that are involved in music in so many different ways that I think if we really come together, we can make that available, where it's a workshop for underprivileged children, those that just want to be involved, period, where they can tap into all of those things. So I think real big when it comes to it. But I've always wanted to dive into acting. I love that. I have to be big name. You put me in the background, I'm still a shot. I'm going to be there. They're going to be like, bring her forward. Come on. I want to explore it all. I think there's something in there for me. It's something that I'm supposed to be conveying. I know I can do that.
Hershe, I got to tell you, you got this great energy about you. Like it just jumps out. Like it's like you're just being yourself too. It's not like it's being you, and it just jumps out. I'm sure Tiki could probably feel that too, and the people who will watch and listen to this will get that vibe if they hadn't heard your songs or heard you speak. It just comes out like that. So yeah, it's something there for sure.
Man, that's all I can do is give them, and I think she's something special. Good people.
You have great energy.
Combined with more good people, we can do so many good things.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Do you think that poetry is becoming a lost art form at this point?
Well, not a lost art form, because they really have their own platform to where they own and popping. Spoken word, and then it's so I love the way the delivery. I love stuff like that. Oh yeah, we used to have Red Cat here, and you go there and you can listen to poetry, and it's. I don't think that they're finding so many ways to get it across, like putting it to music, which I've always considered doing because I think that's just dope. Because words are the most beautiful form of expression that you can possibly have. If you're conveying love, there's no better way to express it than with the use of words. My dad used to make us take 10 words out the dictionary every day. By the end of the week, you had to know how to spell them. You had to know the definition. And when once doing that, I complained about it. First, God damn, I leave school, and then I got to come home and go to school, But when I started writing them love letters, sis, man, all that shit came in handy. Do you know I have sold some dreams, girl? I'm talking about, wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Okay, Sarah,
yeah. And then when it comes to books, when it comes to expressing my love for somebody, when it comes to me expressing my disdain for you as well, this mouth is a beast. So I think that that's the biggest way, the most grandest way you can express any type of emotion is with words. And poetry is a beautiful thing just for that very reason. But I don't think it's really losing its place. It's just finding other ways to come across because it can get drowned out in music.
I was thinking that, but you answered it just perfectly. So I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that are there still opportunities for you to pop up at open mic poetry nights, stuff like that? Or do you ever do that anymore? You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at Scott Gertman's the other night for a jazz night with my daughter, and that was it was really nice. It was really nice.
Okay.
All that.
I'm sure the followers are probably watching on social media, trying to see when they can see you.
Yeah, I'll be out there. I'll be in Dallas, April 30th. Twister has a show out there, Galaxy 9. I'll be out there performing for that. There's some other shows coming up. I just have to okay, when I'm close.
Okay. All right. 16, what else you got over there?
Just the last one we got before we get to that. Like I know you were mentioning you had shows and things like that, but if we miss anything, please, let us know. You mentioned the upcoming show, projects, collaborations, any further contact information that we didn't mention, please let us know.
I think you pretty much covered everything. You can find me on all platforms at Hershe Da Lyricist. Go get the book by Hershe Stevenson, Rolling Stone. It's a couple of shows coming up. I can't call them off the top of my head. I definitely know April the 30th. I'll be at the ranch out there performing, and amongst some other dope artists, Twisted to be exact. So that's always dope with me. Galaxy 9 has always put me on some dope platforms. So that's pretty much it for right about.
All right, nice. And we're going to have all your information that's going to be in the YouTube and the podcast description on where they can find you. All that'll be out there and also on the screen as well, so people can see that also. All right, so first we took a moment to get to know some things about you, but now we got this thing that we do called Don't At Me that we're going to get to know you a little bit better, have some fun with you. Now, this is the best way I can describe this for you, is that I'm gonna ask you a few questions and you just have to make a choice. Sort of like I'll be like, Hershe, what do you prefer, Coke or Pepsi? And then you would say Pepsi or Coke. Don't at me, like we on Instagram. Don't at me, when you get your answer like that. So that's how we do it. All right.
Let's go.
So let's get into the first one here. All right. So Hershe, you are out. All right, and it's packed, and you need to park. All right. Do you circle for a close parking spot, or do you take the first one that you see?
I circle for a close parking spot. Don't at me.
I know that's real.
Walking. She said she not what she said. I ain't got no Meg Thee Stallion knees. I ain't walking.
Please.
Tiki, what about you? So
I'm circling. I'm circling because I got churn to get out the car. I'm somebody gonna have to pee. I'm gonna be tired of holding all these bags coming back. So we're gonna ride around for a minute until I get me a good park.
Somebody gonna leave.
Yeah, somebody gonna leave. Yeah. Okay. I got time.
All right, see, for me,
don't at me.
It's the exact opposite. Like, I'm trying to find the first available. I ain't got time to be circling. Now, when I'm with my wife, that's a whole fight. She's like, no, we need to get up close. I'm like, but this one's right here. She's like, we need to go search for something closer. But if it's just me by myself, I ain't doing all that circling. I'll leave before I start circling a parking lot. I'm sorry. Which tea you prefer? Iced tea or lemonade?
Lemonade. Don't at me.
All right. Probably Chick-fil-A lemonade, maybe.
You know I'm not a big Chick-fil-A fan.
Oh.
Not at all. I do not see what the hoopla is about.
It's plenty. It's
we don't even know what to say.
Nobody knows what to say when I say that. They be like, blasphemy. She's going straight to hell.
16 probably eating on some Chick-fil-A as we speak.
Everybody probably just like, oh my God.
That caught me off guard. I was prepared for that one. You
don't even know what to say. Don't at me. Don't at me. Don't at me. I'm about to start a war. People probably be like, I ain't following her. She don't fuck with Chick-fil-A. I know.
Because when you
fast one.
When you said that Tiki face was a meme, like I could screenshot what her face was like oh my God.
Everybody say that when they hear me say that. They be like, what? I was like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know how to follow that one. I was like, no judgment. This is don't at me, so we can't at you on it.
Yeah, don't at me.
We don't end no friendships over it. We still booed up.
we good to go.
We still in this together.
We still in it.
Okay.
Iced tea or lemonade?
I like a little bit of sweet tea with my sugar, please.
It's still good now.
Don't at me. It's got to be sweet. I do not want no. I don't want no iced tea. Yeah.
Sun-made tea.
I got to get mine. I got to have a little bit of tea with my sugar, right? Just enough to maybe teeter on inducing diabetes, but not full blown.
But not full blown diabetes.
Yeah,
and that's what counts.
I can drink a glass of water afterwards, and I'm back good. My A1C back down. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah. Give me a good strong sweet tea, the kind that ice can melt in it all day and it's still sweet. Sign me up for that.
Yeah, that's the one.
Terrible. Seek medical help, Tiki.
I'm with her on that. I just take a lemonade.
Oh my God. For me, it's iced tea for sure. I could drink tea all day, every day. Iced tea. Got to be the right one though, but yes, for sure, iced tea. Don't at me. All right. Here's the next one, Hershe. All right. So let's say you binge watching this. You're watching it with somebody, significant other, friend, whatever. But you got a chance to keep going without them. Will you just wait, or will you watch it together with them?
I won't watch it. You just have to catch up on your own. I don't watch it because you're not applying yourself. I've been here for this duration of this here season, and I don't see why I should be sitting back trying to figure out what Tommy finna do just because you had to go to work and make a living. Tell me what they got to do with me. I'm here for it. I'm gonna watch ahead. Don't.
Tiki, I don't know how you follow that. What do you do? You keeping it pushing or?
Yes, because my time is valuable and I do not have time to circle back whenever it's convenient for you. So I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna text you very minimal clues as to what's going on, and then when you got time to go back and watch it, then we can have a full-blown conversation. But I can't guarantee that I can stop what I'm doing, come back and pick it up when you get ready to. So I'm gonna keep watching. Don't at me.
Well, it seems that I could never binge watch a series with Hershe or Tiki because I'm one of these folks that I might watch a couple, I might fall off for a week or two. And so if it's me, I'll wait on somebody. I know y'all like, nah, I'm pushing full ahead, but if I have a chance to watch it together with them, I'll wait and do that instead of watching it without.
Okay, M-16, I'll confess. Now I will sit there and watch and pretend like I didn't, knowing damn well I did. But I sit there, he be like, oh baby, I'll be like, damn.
She done mark the DVR as unwatched real. So they don't like, oh, it's fresh. I ain't done nothing. Let's do it. I see.
Especially if you got a dude that don't even much look to see if it's been watched. You're like, man, baby, I was like, I know, right? I didn't even do it. I'm just as shocked as you are. I'm appalled.
Oh my God, I love it. All right.
Meanwhile, you thinking, keep watching, wait to come up next.
You know what? And I'm waiting for you to get to the part that I stopped at, so now we can really watch it together. I mean, it's just, it's love.
She got a plan. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got 2 more here for you, Hershe. All right, so here's the next one. Is it pronounced ramen noodles or ramen noodles?
Okay. Excuse me, we going there. Are we asking prisoners or are we asking normal society? Because some places it's ramen, some places it's ramen. Me, I say it's noodles, but yeah, ramen noodles. Don't at me. That's what I say.
All right, Tiki, what's up? Which one? Do you do both? Is that why you like, I don't know which one I say? Which one is it?
It's ramen. We're not going to no ramen bars. We go to a ramen bar.
I don't even think about that part. I was like, ramen noodles. Give me it.
Ramen or ramen.
This ain't from Ray them. This is
But you'll be shocked.
Don't ask me. I didn't even know this was a debate.
It's legit. You hear both of them. So for me, it's ramen noodles. I don't know if they had me with my pinky out to ramen noodles, but that's how I've always pronounced it, ramen noodles. But yes, it's a debate on which way you do that.
I don't have to say the word because hell, pick them noodles right there. The kids already know what to go to.
They already know what to do.
They skip over Lipton and everybody else and go right to the ramen. You know what? It would be ramen noodles then because when I just said it, it was just naturally ramen noodles. Either, yeah. Okay.
All right.
I feel like pecan versus pecan is coming next.
No,
I don't know.
There's no debate. No, there's no debate. Who says pecan? What is it? It's pecan. Pecan. Who says pecan?
A lot of people say pecan.
It is a lot
of people
that
wrong.
say pecan though.
They're dead wrong.
Okay, well since y'all putting it out there, sugar go on grits or not?
Hell
no. People, there's a special roped off place in hell for people who put sugar on their grits. I'm talking about the velvet rope, the red velvet rope.
I'm behind it any damn way. So yeah, I put sugar on my.
They probably putting ketchup on them as well. What the hell are we doing?
Hell no. But you will not.
No.
No, I started a whole family argument just like that. That's what I do when I leave my mama's house. I'm like, I'm done. No,
you cannot blaspheme a good pot of your mama's grits with sugar. We just don't do that here. We can't. I got my eye on you, Hershe. All right, here, we got the last one here.
All right.
Some good R&B debate here.
Okay.
Jodeci or Dru Hill?
Let me do that again. Say it again.
Jodeci or Dru Hill?
Jodeci. Jodeci. And I have my own personal reasons for that. The Dru Hill, they was. I'm with it. I am, but take me back. I was in love with Jodeci. Yes. Yes, I sure was. Never forget it. First love. It's Jodeci. Don't at me.
I won't. Now with that look in your eye, I ain't gonna ask you. I wouldn't dare. Tiki, what about you? Jodeci or Dru Hill?
This has really induced a sharp pain in my abdomen because
that's what I said.
These are the tough questions. These are the tough questions that people.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Jodeci, but can I take?
I got that song in my head. Walk by me every.
I was about to say beauty. Good God!
But I'm so faithful.
Yes, ooh. I was like, I'm gonna take Jodeci. Can we
Mr. Dalvin was my husband. Mr. Dalvin was my husband. Like in my mind, he was my husband. Ooh, this is just. I feel like I'm cheating, but it's in my head and I can't get it out.
Yeah.
The damn Cisco is the reason I changed my mind though, because he got me fingering. I'm like, I don't know.
But Beauty, man, that's probably one of the best songs that ever
and I don't think Jodeci got a song with. So
you know what?
Baby. I'm
not
lost.
Just that, but when Casey and JoJo remade Lately.
It's Jodeci.
Girl.
It's Jodeci. I knew I was gonna. I'm with my man.
Yeah.
I'm staying down.
Yeah, that right there, it'll make you sit there and rethink this, because he was standing there in the mirror slowly taking pieces of him apart. When you start even though it's a remake, just the sound he put on it, it did something to you.
You're right. I'm confident now.
Yeah, don't at me. Don't at me. Don't.
All right, this is a good. I knew this would spark some debate, but not like this. All right, so for me, Jodeci or Dru Hill, I would put it to you like this: I would strive to be the type of person to show my love for my wife to be in the desert wearing leather. You cannot replace being in the desert wearing leather, professing your love for a woman. It's Jodeci. Not to say that Dru Hill is not good, but I aspire to show that type of love to my wife, to be in 100-degree weather in leather prove it to her. So it's Jodeci, just for that fact alone, that these boys was out there in the desert, sweating their ass off, saying, girl, it's you. I love you. Okay? So it's Jodeci on that one.
Looking very good. He was.
That is some love.
That's a lot.
Yes.
And a mental check, because I'm be like, this nigga.
And hot.
And sweaty. Oh, God. Come on, baby.
He get them leather pants off. Ain't no going back up.
Stick it to you.
So
he finna smell right for a couple of days.
I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure that was right, and that was playing "Don't At Me" with Hershe Da Lyricist on the Aftermath. She did a great job playing around with us and our nonsense for sure. So Hershe, again, gotta tell you again, you got this great energy. We had fun with these interviews, but we had a lot of fun talking to you. You are somebody that we hope to make a friend of the show. Again, have you on again. And let's just to reiterate, you can take a look on the screen right here to have it up here. So Hershe Da Lyricist, you search for her on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, wherever you get your music, you can find her, all right? YouTube, subscribe to her channel, Hershe Da Lyricist. Check out her videos. In the H, leather and wood, and that's something in the oven. She got something for you. You take a look at that video. She got all right.
Let her ground folk. Come on, let's get the cooking with the pots and pans.
And then you can follow her on Instagram and Facebook at Hershe Da Lyricist. Again, Hershe, it was just a pleasure getting to talk to you, getting to know you. This was great, and like I said, we hope to speak to you again several times in the future.
I really appreciate you guys having me. Thank you so much. It was an honor and a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Yes, the pleasure and honor was ours.
Yes. Go stream her, go follow her, do all that stuff. Show support for real artists out there. All right? Represent Houston, Texas for sure.
All day, every day.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Okay, so I just want to say that with all the things going around in the world today, that people talk about this is dangerous, watch yourself, be careful. I'm going to say this right now for the record. The most dangerous person on the planet is the person who thinks they can cook but cannot. That person is a terrorist. You should be weary of them.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
No. Yes. Black women can have long hair. No, I don't have weave in my hair. Do not touch my hair without asking. And don't continue to ask me 50 questions about, well, I mean, are you sure you're all black? Black women can have nice hair, long hair, curly hair, wavy hair. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right. Back on the Aftermath, we just talked to the awesomely talented Hershe Da Lyricist. It was great talking to her. She got a whole lot of energy. Tiki, how you feeling?
She does. I love it. That's probably that is probably the most fun I've had on the interview in a while. So I'm really glad that we got to talk to her. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, definitely look forward to talking with her we want to make her a friend of the show and have her back often, especially with that type of energy.
We are booed up now.
Yes, there's no breaking up now.
Yes, we in this together. So it's been said we cannot unfollow her. She's not going to unfollow us. We in this together. We are booed up.
Facts. And again, just putting this up on the screen for Hershe Da Lyricist, all the major streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you get your music, you can find her. YouTube, search for Hershe Da Lyricist. All right, check out her videos, Leather and Wood, in the H, and she just dropped something in the oven, and she got something for the fellas on that one if you take a look at that video. And follow her on Instagram and Facebook at Hershe Da Lyricist. Now, as far as we go, if you want to be a guest on the radio show, just send us an email to radioshowinbox@gmail.com, or you can send us a text, 678-800-1677. We look forward to hearing from you. So, Tiki, again, another great interview in the books. Always appreciate doing these with you. And for the people who are listening, watching, we thank you for all the support. And we will catch y'all next time for another interview and other shenanigans. We're going to keep coming with content. Appreciate you.